Search sucks, but here's why, starting with a bit of history from the dawn of the internet. Hi, my name is Emily, and this is Bling Pop Shift. Internet search literally started with a list. In 1992, the inventor of the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee, wrote this webpage listing all accessible servers at the time. This was the first online index. Fancy, huh? This and other humans writing things down pretty much had the finding things on the internet market cornered until 1994, when the world's first web crawler was launched. Instead of just looking through a pre-made index, this was the first time that users could search for any text on any web page. Not that there were many out there, but you know, it's an improvement. The next breakthrough was in 1996 with Google's first big appearance on the scene with PageRank. It was a simple but profound change. Instead of taking the web as a series of individual information islands, where high keyword density put you at the top of a search results page, PageRank scored pages on how much they interacted with the rest of the web. More links to and from other sites gave pages higher rank, and higher ranked pages got to cast more powerful votes. It was a feedback loop of relevancy, which meant to be found, sites not only had to have the content that users were looking for, but also had to get votes from all around the web. PageRank rewarded sites for socialization, which in turn increased the complexity of the web. But Google's other big innovation was how to make money off search. Monetization is not relevant. That's business strategy, not search algorithms. Monetization has everything to do with innovation. AdWords' success has determined some of the look and functionality of Google now, and how companies monetize search in the future will determine what software gets developed and how we use it. Why does Google provide free email, document software, web browsing, and video hosting? Search. Gotta personalize that data. Why does Google give away the Android operating system for smartphones? Search. Mobile traffic is quickly surpassing desktop traffic to Google. Why is Google developing self-driving cars? So you will Google instead of drive. But I thought we were talking about the history of search innovation. Right. The next big thing in search is tackling recent events. PageRank is great if you give the internet time to forge all of those connections, but when news breaks and people are looking for answers, PageRank's static index of the web gets poor results. In 2010, Google launched Caffeine, which meant that users could search the live web, meaning that blog posts, social media, and news sites could all be found as soon as they were published. That old index isn't gone, it's just being updated continuously. As of 2014, Knowledge Graph and Google's Now cards are the state of search. Knowledge Graph gives you key information about an event or entity right in the search results. And Google Now is a mobile interface designed to give you information before you ask for it, learning your needs based on where you are and the time of day. Google even recently acquired Nest, the thermostat tracking hardware, to get to know your needs at home. All of these advancements are great, and a lot of people have put a lot of work into them, for which I am very grateful, but search still sucks. What do I want? I'll give you an example. Hey, Emily. Yeah? I was recently listening to a podcast, I think it was Inquiring Minds, but I'm not sure, in which Michael Pollan mentions a researcher developing robots based on plants. Can you show me everything you can find on that? This is a hard question. Just think of all of the components that go into getting the answer. My Emily assistant has to know that I'm not only referring to myself, but also all of the available data in reference to me. And yes, the success of the AI may well depend on if I have been willingly sharing all of my personal data and behavioral information. This tells AI Emily that she should start from now and work backward as opposed to starting from my 10th birthday. She needs to know what a podcast is, which ones I regularly listen to, where to find them, and how to convert their audio-only information into a searchable text format that she can understand. I give her a hint as to which podcast, but I also introduce the idea of doubt. She needs to be flexible enough to perform a search based on my information without being tied to it. And here's an entity she needs to be able to differentiate from the other speakers in the podcast. Why is this important? Well, what if more than one researcher was mentioned, but I am only interested in the one that Michael Pollan mentioned? Someone said something about someone else and there were these keywords involved. But wait, what do I mean by that? Do I mean everything, or just the most relevant? Am I asking for information on the podcast, Michael Pollan, or biomimetic robots? See what I mean about a hard question? Context and natural language are difficult. I want search to be more than just superficial fact-checking and link generation, more than just timely maps or glanceable sum-up cards. I want rich contextual understanding. I want a search system to help me make connections between things I don't even have the words for yet. During the research phase of this video, I sat banging my head against Google's algorithm trying to find out if XKCD had ever done another comic in this format. There were no categorical words I could find that was attached to this post, and Google image search returned nothing but black and white lists with no idea of what was on them. I experimented with different keywords and search engines, but all to no avail. Why? Because current search engines read language as a set of characters, searchable, indexable with a dictionary of spellings. But they don't understand the meaning of words. That is what artificially intelligent search is hoping to solve, and that is what we need to turn search into research. And hey, hopefully understanding will eventually lead to speaking, learning, and even thinking. But what do you think? Will the future of artificial intelligence be influenced by our desire to improve search? And what are the components of your hard questions? Let me know in the comments below on Tumblr or at Emily Eifler. And as always, thank you for watching and get curious.
Is the show really over?
Oh, and one more thing, I'm going to GDC in March. It's a big game developers conference here in San Francisco. So if you have any questions or games or demos that you really want me to see, or if there's any people that you want me to try and interview and get them on camera, please let me know and I will do my best.